following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Демоны кружили надо мной, рассекали тернии Млечные пути, не зная счастья только тот, кто его слова понять не смог.
Red or blue?
So, it is the night time in the tin. Night staff are buckling around, getting things. Alvin is trying to smuggle something back from a vending machine. How much candy and fud has he absorbed, some wonder? Let me roll a die to see how many people wonder what he's doing and what it is that he's carrying and if they should stop him.
And fights back with that with the stealth check. Being a sneaky bastard that can contain things within him.
Okay, but I'm applying a -2 penalty because you are carrying a box.
Alright. Oh, that is very bad.
32.
Yeah, so I'm expecting.
It's not Ray. Oh, that's fucking awful. 47. Alright, fine. You go to China and a weird mincing boy crazy pedophile steals your good looks in a dance battle. That happened.
Okay, 24 before the penalty.
It's pretty marginal. I don't know. Derek, what do you think? Brendan's player. What do you think? Do you think I'm going to have enough stats to add up?
I think you have enough. You can find enough. I mean, if you really want it.
Because a level 0 janitor is going to have 20 points in perception, isn't he? He's going to have more perception than a professional sniper. I'm the best cleaner because I see all the dirt.
Might have been a sniper.
No, I rolled a 2, so yeah. Yeah. That was the joke there. Yeah, okay. You squiffle up to Roxanne's quarters and you subtly press her door chime.
Come in.
So is this the...
Oh,
this is...
there's a white cardboard box behind you, Ken, that Alvin has in his hands.
Okay, is this back before the bit where we sent her away to do her writing?
No, this is after she's come back from that.
Okay.
that wouldn't have taken very long. After all, Professor Mildred has his vacation coming up. I'll let you know.
I can't wait to figure out how we ruined that for him.
Meanwhile, in Aruba.
There's the box with the documents in them. Right, so Alvin bustles in, and he got a box. I'll leave it this one out.
Welcome back. I hope your writing went well and you were not... whatever happens to you. Here's your side of the paperwork.
Thank you.
Having made sure once again...
Don't worry, guys, there's no newspaper tonight, so...
Kitch was at Dixie's excluded.
I have already removed some things.
Ooh, the clips. The clips. Okay.
I don't know if they're ordered in any particular order.
They're ordered in the order that I autistically need them to be ordered in.
Right.
So who starts? I gave Alvin
But
the
that's
top
okay,
half
because
order.
I'll just autistically reorder them when you're done, and
Well,
put the ones that are missing back, and it's already causing me to squick out.
I can very easily work out which one's the top one and this one. We just easily recombine.
That's fine.
Right. So did I get the very top?
You got the top pile.
Right. So I got the me as the top one.
There might be differences in your past.
Yes, Ray's still going through his own form.
There you go. You're lucky you got yourself and Roxanne didn't get you.
Ah. Okay. SA PHY56, formerly misclassified SAPB4242. That's a nice easy one to remember. Statistical augment. Physical 56. Name Clay Alvin. Race Mutant. African American. Classification Euclid. Special containment protocols. SA-PHY56 should be contained in a watertight 5x5 non-porous room with no drainage and minimal furnishings. Furnishings should be recorded on a clipboard by the hermetic door. SA-PHY56 can mimic surfaces and objects. The door should not be opened until a visual inspection via camera is taken. If duplicate items are present, SA-PHY56 can be forced out of shape by initiating the sprinkler system, causing cryon gas to fill the room. SA-PHY56 is susceptible to cold. SA-PHY56 is an annular metamorph capable of mimicking simple objects and some liquidity. It likes to impersonate others, but its accuracy leaves much to be desired. SA-PHY56 Addendum. Notes taken by Dr. Redacted. Study Journal. Copycat, Ditto, Blob, Slime. During the first few days after initial testing, the Clayboy overused his powers to the point of exhaustion and fell into an amorphous state. The subject appears comfortable with this state and has demonstrated the ability to assume human guise, yet shows no interest in attempting returning to his original form. Father deceased and living with his single mother and grandmother, an A-level student with some scholarly potential, has been censured and suspended numerous times for extracurricular activities and brutes with the law?
Yeah, you wrote it.
Friends with some local youth, Alvin has gotten in trouble and has been caught joyriding and was implicated in B&E by accomplices yet not apprehended at the scene. Observations. Alvin exhibits clear symptoms of being a people pleaser, never saying no to others, pretending to agree with everyone, hungry for praise and acting like those around him. Summary. Ideal candidate, public-facing crowd leadership. Updates. Same stuff again. Update 041-2013. It continues to develop powers, increased elasticity, detail improvement. It is now possible for it to mimic faces with a high degree of accuracy. Additional staff identification protocols will need to be implemented, such as verbal hour codes to prevent it from imitating staff or others. Guests must be injected with an unduplicatable radioactive isotope so a simple scan can distinguish it from a guest. It has the ability to copy materials to a 67% accuracy on contact, taking on a good deal of the properties of the material for a short while. Bioluminescence is also a possibility now. In dark training, it has negated the training twice by producing light. There are signs SAPHY56's matrix is stabilizing, reducing the chance of total loss of physical cohesion, which for training and psychological reasons have been hidden from it. There is still a chance, however, that it could lose cohesion and become a non-living, non-material liquid forever. It has revealed a preference for the form of a larger, well-built Negro male with a strong similarity to Terry Crews. Also occasionally chooses the form of a female Negro. This seems to prefer forms of female address, and even a separate name. Indicates psychological schism developing, possible multiple personality disorder, a common illness of metamorphs. Monitor for counselling purposes. The divergence from original appearance confirms suspicion that it dislikes its former self and family life. It continues to manipulate others, has a strong friction with the squad leader, EMAOE 1886, has a revealed disdain for authority unless it is itself will need modification. Pro-American sentiment has been expressed and no contra-education patterns detected yet. Summary: ideal candidate, public-facing, crowd leadership, must monitor for instability or moral indecency.
Degenerate.
Black.
He's gay. That's degeneracy.
Yep.
Sorry, YouTube. No, it isn't. I'm just having fun. Like an evil Republican that I am playing in this game.
So he's gack because he's gay and black. And also,
Right. So he gets dumped on kids.
he's also this liquid goo.
Oh my god, you are. Everything gay is Hollywood and evil, and they're trying to get your kids. Confirmation, you just proved it.
Okay.
Although Blay was probably a better one.
Okay, there appears to be a letter written into here. So, special commendation is entered for SAPHY56 Clay Alvin. Cadet Clay has managed to overcome the handicaps of his former race and displayed a cool, calm hand in the rescue of EM3 and PBSA 4198 whilst on an insertion into the Crossman Inner City Megabase. SAPHY56 was able to retrieve information and rescue both helpless cadets in the best traditions of the DMV. Same letterhead yet again. A special reprimand was entered for SAPHY56 Clay Elvin. Cadet Clay has displayed a distinct disrespect for authority and attempted to subvert the class and inveigle themselves into bypassing proper procedure. This included engaging in a plan to drug a fellow student and abscond with them. This is unacceptable. The cadet has also seemingly been intentionally driving a wedge into the group as a part of the previously identified desire to be in control. Such division is harmful under these circumstances. Professor Meldred should counsel the student about their behaviour and suggest positive avenues to put their talents.
Bad. Don't do it. Bad.
Update 04/20/2013. SAPHY56 makes efforts to promote team synergy. Psych eval and metrics indicate this is an attempt to gain leverage and influence. Asynchronous behavior detected. Intentional behavioral modification to appear less threatening, more humorous. Its desire for operational knowledge remains at a heightened level, suggesting moving future file updates to a secure facility, as it will no doubt find these files if it continues to investigate at current rates. Summary: might need more oversight. Next letter. A special reprimand is entered for SAPHY56 Clay Elvin. Time travel, involuntary. The student is contrite and understands that time travel, even involuntary, is a crime. Student took steps to curtail time-traveling individual and repair altercations to time. A suspended 5-year sentence is issued and an additional punitive punishment, restrictions of pastimes for 1 month. End of one file.
There is a lovely little picture of Mr. Clay there.
I kept thinking that Mr. Clay was Spanish because it started everything with essay.
Right. Do you wish me to continue to reading them?
I think you should alternate just to give
Alternate,
your voices a rest. And these files will be available whenever any of you guys want to pick them up. Also, a much, much, much smaller version of them, just the first page, will be on the website. In fact, it's already on the website, you just can't get to it.
I always told the number.
I have SM5, which has a very nice photo at the front.
Just the one, huh?
It's what we do.
But at the front, then there's more.
I actually have problems keeping those in.
She seems to be having beach fun with
You
Miranda.
know, you can just unclip them and just share with the group.
I wanted to hear them first.
Can see why they took those photos.
So apparently, gym teacher Jamie Eatingham is having beach fun as well.
Hot
Is that
as
what's
hot.
supposed to be with?
No, pass that over, please. That's for another book. Whoa, why is that sticky? Oh,
God damn it,
hand,
kid.
it's sticky. It's covered in cold.
Boobs in a
Sounds like a
sandcastle.
very weak defense.
I just thought Ken was quick.
I just took these
somebody's,
out of a freezer. They're sticky cold chocolate.
somebody's created a very impressive Santa turtle behind this bum.
Strictly speaking, that event hasn't happened yet, but I couldn't be bothered going through the file and pulling out one photograph.
Okay. SM5, Super Mage, name Richard Stephanie. Name, Girl Next Door. Well, it's actually got Dora, comma, Girl Next. Name Solaria. Race Mutant / Caucasian American. Age, ? April 1st. She was born on April 1st. And then 4 question marks for the day. Euclid. Best with a fit, sexy body, which seems to not alter. Its age is indeterminate. It can do things Ultra Girl can, but to a lesser degree. It is solar powered. Hair is naturally dyed. Is naturally, and then in quotes, dyed blonde. In quotes.
You never noticed she has dark roots?
Wears little denim shorts and a short crop top, ankle-high running shoes. When wearing her blue spandex outfit of the same dimensions but tied on top, cannot be recognized as Stephanie Richard. Contrary to belief, actual surface area of skin exposure does not alter the rate of recharge. It can only use its powers when charged by sunlight. However, its powers are not solar-based. The solar power is used to tap into another undetectable as-yet power. The solar power is stored within the tissue of its breasts. Note, yes, those are also its power batteries and have been carefully observed to swell when overcharged.
Fully observed.
There's poor man. It is possible for SM5 to overcharge, which may cause unintentional power use. SM5 came into DMV possession in Texas when rescued from slavery, captured by villains. In a raid, volunteered for service to avoid prison. SM5 has severe emotional trauma following being enslaved and broken by a mutant slavery ring. Months of psychological counseling.
By the way, Power Corp, thank you.
Months of psychological counseling and restoration were needed to bring it to its current state. Has a deep affection for MA AOE 45, which is reciprocated, but concealed from one another because of mutual emotional damage.
It's a mechanic. That's a mechanic in the game.
SM5 believed Professor Maldred to be its father, a fallacy which must be maintained for the time being. Claims to be 21, but we can't tell. Special containment protocol. Darkness for a prolonged period will drain and eliminate the solar charge. However, the density of SM5 muscles and bones make it more powerful than a normal person, even in a powered state. However, metal restraints have been observed to work. Electricity has usual effect. A wired room should prove sufficient. We have another update. And the 4th of... Wait, no, this won't be the 4th of February. It would be technically the 2nd of April, because this is America.
Yeah, I Americanized all the dates, and I'm not entirely sure I remembered to keep doing that. So if there's a weird anomaly,
That's probably why.
That's
Lousy smarch weather.
Didn't you have a real calendar with Smarch on
And the
it?
Simpsons calendar had smarch on it, yeah. SM5 is engaged in an overt relationship with MA-AOE-45, the nature of which bears further study. Still feeling the trauma of its past abuses, the relationship seems to involve a gradual increase in closeness before SM5 pushes MA-AOE-45 away, physically and emotionally. A process which seems to be causing harm to MA-AOE-45. It still wakes up in an agitated state on occasion. SM5 seems to have become more comfortable with its body being appreciated. It should be noted its power deployment thresholds are measured 7% higher when it is pleased with attention. Curious. SM5's controls and applications of its power is improving, but still needs work to meet the expectations of staff. Another visit to Tora Harab will be scheduled to motivate it, after the innovations and improvements. Classwork has improved exceptionally. It is even taking an elective fitness and dexterity class in its free time.
Pole dancing.
Regular visits with the counsellor have resulted in the recent near-death experience being converted into a positive motivator for team play. Wait a minute, a counsellor did something? I don't believe that.
Well, since you've paused, the emotional damage works in a similar way to damage, but instead of a cumulative penalty on toughness, it applies to willpower.
Update to training stressors and levers. Sexualized aggression will usually cause a break in discipline. Endangering others close to it will engender a break in discipline more than 50% of the time. And she only has the 2. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not made of infinite time. There'll be some stuff in there.
No, you get me. Of course you do.
Well, you handed them files.
Yeah, this is your fault.
This is your fault.
You probably got Bonnie and
Don't
you
look
next.
ahead.
Right.
The fucking troublemaker of the group, Bonnie.
EMAOE 1886, formerly AOE RA 42.
Oh, just as a question of like the role player of the scene, are you reading these out loud to
Yeah,
each other?
well, we should both know all of them because we will have had to.
So you're giving yours
Yes.
to me? Well, that's fine. Okay. I'm surprised.
We're
Yeah, I'm
just-
surprised Alvin
So
would just.
feel free to add any in-character comments you want to make,
I'll
just
do
to
that.
entertain the 2
I'll read the
people who
next
showed
ones
up
on-
tonight just to watch you
in
have
character,
fun.
knowing this, then yes.
Reading things. Well, I sit here and design ways to fuck you.
Special containment protocols. EMAOE 1886 should be kept in a 5x5 metal container with no plant life or earth-like properties. Alloy or steel preferred. A small battery-powered nightlight is to be provided, equipped with a remote cutoff switch. No plant matter, dirt, or other earthen elements should be included. No fewer than 2 guards should stand whenever the door is unlocked, as EMAOE 1886 has above average strength and training for its age. Should EMAOE 1886 require a stringent measures, personnel are authorized to turn out the lights, rendering the subject near catatonic and helpless.
It's EMAOE 1886, because it's the year I was born.
Ah. Where's the decimal point in
Good.
EMAOE 1886
Something, there isn't a decimal point in your height, blah, blah, blah.
Born in a military family, EMAOE 1886 has had very little memory of its father, who was declared KIA shortly after its 5th birthday. Having lost his
Wait, your
life...
father was 5?
Damn time travel.
Having lost his life during a particularly violent metahuman protest following the renewal of the Patriotism Act in 2000. EMAOE 1886 was then raised as an only child by its mother Sandra, and spent much of the first half of its life moving from school to school and state to state as its mother moved from base to base as needed. EMAOE 1886 wanted to become like her mother and serve America as best it could. Mutant ability.
Putting on a maid outfit and shooting rockets out of her tits. As in that anomaly I saw.
Mutant abilities. Stone formation, affecting self and surroundings. Ability to move and shape stone at will. Bend, flex, and propel stone with force.
Notice it says stone and not ground. Mr. has been using it on dirt, which is not stone. And therefore
She's
you
an
can't use it.
earthbender. That's how she was built. So I don't know what they're reporting.
Rock.
Actually, I believe your power descriptors use the term ground, which means it cannot work on asteroids or any other kind of rock matter that is not. But at game mechanics, I can and will fuck you on this.
But that's just space ground.
No, you see, you have to go and add another effect at great cost, another descriptor, which would be stone. You have to do that over time. Otherwise, space adventure, that's not ground.
EM, AOE...
Quick, mill up this coffee so I can manipulate it. Because it will be ground.
And Derek loses to it.
And then Derek kills himself. Well, when he tries to, but his shotgun does 3 damage.
EM AOE 1886 is a rare oddity in that it openly professes lesbian tendencies. This should be an act of rebellion, and it will grow out of this phase. Summary. Summary. Difficult candidate. Subject has little marketable skills for the DMV outside of applied force. Already proficient with small arms, shooter discipline, will require heavy training to fill DMV service roles. Same letterhead, updated at 04/01/2013. Mutant abilities. Stone formation, affecting self and surroundings, able to move and shape stone at will. Bend, flex, and propel stone with force. Stone sculpting has developed rapidly, as has the amount of stone and granulated stone it can manipulate, along with types, including synthetic granite, concrete. It has developed the earth meld ability, where stone and rocks are pushed aside around them, allowing free movement in 3 dimensions underground. Stone control is also possible now with a non-localized manner within a given range. It can cause stone and stone objects to move remotely. EM AOE 1886 is a rare oddity in that it openly professes lesbian tendency. There has been no reduction in this despite the subliminal messaging. It has attempted to form lesbian relationships with nearly all female students, but has been rejected by all. Suggest radical anti-gay programming, suggested prayer sessions. Classwork continues to be difficult for it. Military background has made it stubborn and unmalleable. Usefulness is still debatable. If grades do not improve dramatically in computing or fieldwork, this student should be removed from the program. It has been made squad leader, and tensions with the other students have risen as it continues to overstep the almost non-existent authority it has, particularly with SAPHY56. If it cannot overcome the tension, it should be removed from the program. Summary. Difficult candidate. Subject has little marketable skills for the DMV outside of applied force. Already proficient with small arms, shooter discipline, will require heavy training to fill DMV service roles.
No comments about that, Roxanne?
Okay.
Wait till the end to see if
Alright.
things have changed.
Similar letterhead to the rest. It is a special reprimand is entered for EM AOA 1886, Emery Roxanne. Aggravated argument and subversion of cadet leader guidelines, abuse of powers for minor punishment, and failures to engage in proper conversation meetings and consultation with opponent students. Clay, Alvin. Cadet Emery is too rigid still, but is exhibiting slow change to fit circumstances. Personal conflict with Cadet Clay, initiated mainly by Clay, accelerates. Professor Meldred must correct this behavior and explain Cadet Emery's error to the cadet. The cadet must be cautioned that the cadet is not in a position of real authority, and that punishing fellow students so readily is unacceptable.
You guys had a conversation about that.
Yes, I know that's related
Next
to
letter. A special reprimand is entered for EM AOE 1886 Emery Roxanne. Time travel, involuntary. The student is contrite and understands that time travel even...
There's only one person's thing that is any different, so you could just scan that over and then go, it's the same one, unless it isn't. So yeah, I'm just saving you some
Yes, that is appreciated. Yeah, I believe it's
because I just copy pasted it and just changed.
I'm willing to bet Derek's is the one going to be slightly different.
No. I'm guessing it's bonbons.
Why?
She didn't cooperate with the. She kept.
You
hidden
smug
information.
ass! I'll read you next thing. Cocksucking piece of shit.
Not wrong, but I already knew that one.
I was expecting a special reprimand for leaving descendants in the past.
It's Johnny.
Hey.
Swaggy.
KM3. Kinetic manipulation. Name Masterton, Lexi, and Jonathan. Name Johnny Lightning.
Lightning
Or
John.
Lightning, Johnny. Race mutant/Caucasian American. Age 17. January 21st, 1996. Younger than I thought he was.
Yes.
Euclid. The son of Dwight Masterton, a football track star, it was struck with lightning while practicing for a track meet. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be reading these in character.
You don't have to.
Its mutant gene activated and saved it. KM3 can now store electricity and use the power for its abilities. It can super speed and discharge bolts of electricity. Currently, a full charge takes all night, and it can do 5 or 6 things with it. Its importance lies not only with its birthright and family circumstances, but in the incredibly rare electrical discharge powers and the equally rare super speed survival. KM3 possesses both. KM3 has personal hatred issues stemming from its mutant status and seeks a cure for the condition. This can be used as a lever, but must be counseled against. Too useful. Recently lost relationship with human female. Avoids relationships. Did not need anti-mutant indoctrination. Special containment protocols. A simple room of any dimension with a wired charged grid embedded within the walls, fluctuating random current and voltage, isolated from the main grid. Addendum. Observers have suggested KM3 may have a romantic infatuation with training instructor Sho Katoji. Confirmation required. Discouragement of interracial infatuations may be required. Summary. Too important to lose.
Yeah.
Update. 2nd of April 2013. Previous observations have suggested KM3 may have a romantic infatuation with training instructor Sho Katoji. This has been confirmed. Pupil dilation, heart rate increase, and reduction of ability to output power confirms this. Additional monitoring was implemented, confirming this attraction further. However, it is unlikely it will act upon this attraction, as personal log recordings indicate the indoctrination that mutants should not breed with humans has taken root. Alarmingly, the increase in observation has indicated that Instructor Katoji may reciprocate the attraction. Additional monitoring may be needed. Discouragement of interracial infatuations may be required.
We just killed the Japanese.
Battery dependency has ceased completely now, and behaviors abnormalities have evened out. The boorish lout has been replaced with refined gentleman. Additional monitoring of the returning KM3 should be undertaken, as a small amount of prototype Pterodactyl technology has begun turning up around base. Summary. Too important to lose. Update. 20th of April 2013. KM3 is suffering an instability caused by inappropriate powers used by an outside source, believed to be an attempt to repair injury or fatigue. This has caused an alteration in the rotation of electrons. The situation should self-correct. KM3 continues to suppress emotional trauma in order to put forward a positive facade. Continue observation. Special reprimand, blah blah blah. I think this one is the same. Yes.